What's going on, guys, and welcome back. So this is it. This is all you need to know, all-inclusive guide, combo lines, deck profile, percentages, ratios, odds to open, every little detail we could think about crammed into one video. Hopefully it does not take too long. And before we jump all the way into it, guys, go check out Dragon Rider Games for amazing testing. And maybe you don't want to spend money testing for Yu-Gi-Oh, but maybe you don't want to go play DB rated and get held hostage, get stuck on there, have an assaulty opponent, things like that. Dragon Rider Games has a Discord where we have a bot set up to help host one-on-one matchups for free, but you can still win points towards a seasonal ending prize, and it's a lot of fun, guys. It's free. It's none of the downsides of DB rated, because we all know how that can go. And again, guys, just lots of really good fun testing. But without further ado, we're gonna go and jump through a handful of different combo lines, what you can do. We already did a video kind of walking through the combos. This is more so showing which cards can do the combos and talking about it a little bit that way. And then we'll go and show my updated deck list and talk about some things that maybe you guys wonder why we did things the way that we did. First and foremost, some of our one card starters, and more specifically, these are just like Sprite combo. Essentially, core, emergency, or swap frog can end you with like IP, a body on board, enough bodies, two bodies on board, like your blue, what have you, your gigantic usually, and then also your sprite. So you're gonna get the negate and destroy by sending your sprite for your red or your carrot, and then also having the IP to go into like a nightmare unicorn. So any of those cards can end you with a spin and the negate of your choice being red or carrot. Also with the starter, it does help you play around the dark ruler no more, so that is kind of a nice little thing going for it there. We're going to get a little more intricate now. If you open core plus a cyber extender, emergency plus hers or soldier, because obviously you can't open core because it'd be the same hand as above, and emergency plus repair plant just does not work here. Or additionally, if we want to get a little more technical, hers plus soldier plus one of our level 2s to get into our sprite combo. But again, our level 2s cannot include emergency or core because we already use them above. So we know hers soldier core makes this because, well, core plus hers or soldier does. So just adding more to that masterpiece as you go. Any of these cards will make you the same combo we just did, but also with an infinity on top. So core emergency can get you into the sprite combo. Core emergency plus extender, or her soldier plus level 2 gets you into infinity plus that basic sprite combo. That's what we'll just say there, basic sprite combo. What if you open core extender and a level 2, which it's actually really not that hard to do. Our first one that we showed you guys here, just to go back to it, the core, emergency, and swap frog going first, like your odds to open one of these 9 cards is 72%, 79% going second. Again, remember, this is all these numbers are catered specifically to my total deck build, so if your deck count is different, your percentages are going to be different. And then once we get onto our second slide, we go back to it quick again. 34% of the time you'll open this going first, 47% going second. And then finally, where we were leaving off, if you open course extender and your blue, your jet, or your starter, or you open emergency plus hers or soldier plus blue, jet, or starter, or even hers and soldier with just your starter, you can get into your elf plus toad play with your splight starter, and also that cyber dragon infinity on top of that. 18% of the time going first, you will open this. Guys, it's a 3-card combo. It's not going to be super consistent. You're gonna say 18%, that's not good. No, it's not, guys. This is like full combo, like full combo, 3-card combo. 3-card combos are not that great or reliable, and the reason this deck works is because you do not need these 3-card combos, and we'll get more into that a little bit later. So I just want to say that now, you do not need these 3-card combos, but if you open it 18% of the time, this is what you can go for. How about, what if we're going for like just elf plus toad? And additionally, both of these combinations can also get you the carrot, red, elf, and IP Masquerano. So you're going to have the monster negate, the spell or trap negate, and then your elf being able to summon back one of them, and then you can go through your IP plays as well. Your carrot plus your red can get you into like your elf toad or your red carrot IP play, or if you open carrot or red plus core or emergency, then you can also get into either one of these two play lines. That one's a 13%, and all these percentages may seem like not the greatest so far, but don't worry, we did the math, and our total to open we'll get to in just a second. What about, so we've seen basic sprite combo, we've seen our basic toad combo, we've seen basic cyber dragon combos, and again, I'm not putting like the standard cyber dragon combos for infinity and whatnot into this video, so like the percentages of opening a combo would actually be higher. However, I didn't want to put like odds to open hers plus soldier and things like that in here, or like soldier, gamma, OG, cyber dragon, things like that. I didn't want to put those in here. I only wanted to include combos that end with at least 2 disruptions. So infinity pass, I did not want to put that in this video. We have here, if you open blue plus any level 2, additionally I did forget a grouping here. You could get rid of that blue, you can open jet, and then pretty much keep that same group that we have next to the blue, except obviously jet wouldn't be there. If you open jet plus emergency, carrot, red, core, swap, or Ronin, you still get into combo that way as well. Or you open blue with any of them. If you open your carrot or your red plus your swap frog, you also get into it, or your starter is a 1-card starter. So we're playing 12 1-card starters, and that odds to open that is just really, really good. Like opening 1 out of 12 is not too difficult to do. So if we want to go a little bit further now, opening this 77% of the time you'll open the Sprite Frog combo, or going second it's 97%. What do all of these percentages mean? Well, if you put them all together, your odds to open any combo, like anything that we showed here, like whether it be just you open core, that's all you open, just core, or you open core extender level 2, or you open blue level 2, any combo, your chance to open any of these play lines is 87.16% going first. So 87% of the time you will open a play line. That does not mean you're going to combo, because obviously they have hand traps. You're going to be able to play through them depending on your hand and your play sequencing. The fact that we have Sprite Red, Sprite Carrot in the deck, accessible through Engine to play through disruptions, is really, really good. Gigantic turning off things like, I mean, they would have gammaed you by that point, but it also turns off Nibiru. So between Infinity and Gigantic, it's really easy to play through or prevent a Nibiru rather than play through a Nibiru. And we're going to move on then. We kind of showed like the combo hands. Again, I have a video dedicated to this. A little bit, I mean, not super in depth, not showing absolutely everything, just like one example from each of these pages. We show a handful of combos. Go check out that video. Also, other things like if you need to know how to beat Sprite or Tearlaments, we're also working on Punk Theory on Mathmech and Exo Sisters. If you want to see our hand trap rankings, all these good meta relevant videos, and I really can't stress enough too, we cover the topping deck, well, not deck list, topping decks. We're up to 76 now. It's our meta update Mondays. Every Monday we're going to post an updated list, pie charts of the decks that are topping and winning all of our regional or higher level events. It's just really good, guys, if you want to plan and prepare for the most accurate meta that you can. Here we go into our going second / hand trap cards. These, again, once again, guys, this is my deck list. These are the cards I am playing. If you're playing different ones, it'll be a little bit different. I know I mentioned Soldier and Gamma. That was a different list playing and testing, because we really should always be trying. At the moment, though, I cut the Gammas and drivers for just 4 useful hand traps. So instead of like trying to open Gamma, which is amazing, by the way, I'm playing 4 different hand traps, so it's easy to open one of them. 4. we have our Ash, our Crow, our Bell, our Imperm, and obviously Dark Ruler No More going second. I am playing 8 hand traps and the 3 Dark Ruler No Mores, 3 Crow, 1 Bell, otherwise 2 Ash, 2 Imperm. And with 8 hand traps, your odds to open one going first are 67%. You have a 24% chance to open multiples going first. What about if we go second? If we go second, your odds of drawing a hand trap, well, your odds of drawing a hand trap going first, and then on top of that, either drawing DD Crow, Imperm, or Dark Ruler, because those are all going to be a little bit more useful. I guess technically Bell and Ash are still semi-useful drawing them for turn, but not quite as good. Obviously Imperm and Dark Ruler are going to be way more impactful. So just between Crow, Imperm, and Dark Ruler, your odds of opening one of those or drawing one of those for turn after opening a hand trap, one of those 8, is still 23.7%. And also, guys, remember that's not including opening Dark Ruler in your opening hand. That's just drawing one of those cards for turn. So your percentages again can go up a bit there as well. So I've been really happy with the ratios and the way the deck has been playing. We have another slide of pictures to show before we get into the updated deck list, but we are almost there, guys, so thank you for bearing with me to this point. How do we play through hand traps? Well, we have a ton of extenders that helps a lot. Otherwise, Called by the Grave is such a broken card. Triple Tactic Talents, again, another really good card. Crossout Designator as well. And low-key, don't forget, guys, Ghost Bell stops DD Crow. Ghost Bell stops DD Crow. That is something that you really need to remember. Let's go jump into the deck list. We'll go over it really quick now, and then we'll talk about all of our ratios then afterwards. We have the 1 Cyber Dragon, these 3 Cyber Dragon Core, 2 Cyber Dragon Hers, 2 Galaxy Soldiers. Then we have 3 Sprite Blue, 2 Splight Jet, 1 Red, 1 Carrot, 3 Swap Frog, 1 Ronin, 3 Crow like we mentioned, the Ash, the Bell, 3 Emergency, Repair, Rev, 3 Starter, 1 Smashers, 3 Dark Ruler No More, 2 Talents, 1 Called By, and 2 Infinite Impermanences. Let's run through that main deck real quick. So the Cyber Engine here, things you might mention: 2 Hers, 2 Soldier. Seems kind of clunky, like there's no dupe, there's no Naxter, there's no overflow. And the reason for this is trying to reduce hands that just have like them awkward cards that don't work together. Core and Emergency are the cards that are just like Splight combo. They're the cards that just work. Like, them are the cards you need, and then Rev System just comes along as a needed pseudo brick, if you will. It is kind of bricky, but it's not like super bricky, just a little bit bricky, and it does help opening it if you get your core negated, but we're not going to count that. So 2 Soldier, obviously that's plenty. The 2 Hers though, because like it's a level 1, so there's going to be some hands where it just kind of sits awkwardly on turn 1. A lot of time too, like I'll hold my cyber play for either when I lose the die roll and go second, or like for follow-up, because like Sprite combo is just really good on its own. So being able to use the Cyber Engine in that regard is just going to be kind of nice as a going second or a follow-up OTK engine. Sprite Engine, nothing too unstandard here. 2 Jet, just because space. I felt like it's the easiest one to cut. Starter's the best card, Blue's the second best card, Jet's the third best, so as such Jet goes to 2. Smashers comes up sometimes. It's kind of, I mean, I've debated taking it out, but it gives a really good option to get over like Mystic Mine or things like that with the banish 1 level rank link 2 monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls. So you essentially neg 1, but to get out of like a Floodgate or to get out of Mystic Mine, things like that, the card is just really good. We do see that we are maining the Triple Tactics Talents. That's because game 1, if they have hand traps, it helps because it lets you draw 2 to push through, and going second, it hits things like being able to steal monsters on board and just force other disruption that way, and it's less reliant on your opponent having hand traps. Game 1, if I'm going first, I swap them out for crossouts. because crossout, just being able to hit Dark Ruler no more, is just like the best feeling in the world. Crossout on Dark Ruler feels really good. Crossout on hand traps, a little bit better going first, I feel like, than Talents. But in a general sense, I think Talents has the leg up, especially if you lose the die roll and go second. Talents is the better card. The Frog Engine, no dupe, because we're just cutting down on bricky cards. We're cutting down on the clunkiness. The Cyber Engine adds enough of it to it. Does Cyber Dragon make Splight better? Probably not directly. There may be some indirect ways that it helps, but overall it's not going to be the best variant of the deck. However, does Sprite make Cyber Dragon better? Absolutely, no question in my mind, yes. And that's the goal here, is to play Cyber Dragon better, not to play Splight better. Why? Because, I mean, I guess I'm a Cyber Dragon player at heart, so that's kind of why. And I know I've been saying Splight, Sprite, all kinds of different things. They're so similar, and like, it's just such a weird name change. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'll say it back and forth the entire time. It's never gonna change. Going second cards, hand trap ratios like that, like you might say, why not 3 Ash? Not necessarily just for crossout. I've always been a big fan of like 2 Ash 1 Bell when Bell's good in a format, just for the chance that like Ash is once per turn. So like, especially when like Eldritch was super good, Ash and Bell were like identical hand traps. So it was like, well, why play 3 of 1? Play 2 and 1, so your odds of opening 2 of the same are lower, and your odds of opening 2 usable hand traps are just better. So that's kind of, it doubles up as a crossout target too. But that is not the main reason for that. Hand trap prevention, like whether you open the Talents, I mean, or if you side in the crossouts, or the Called by the Grave, and this is not figuring in like Ghost Bell to stop DD Crow, because that's just a specific opening a 1 of, and they have a specific hand trap that's going to be kind of difficult. It's like Ash for Gamma. Like, I'm not going to try and break down that type of math, but your odds of opening like 1 of your 3 basic ones, 32%. So I mean, that's pretty standard for opening 1 of a 3 of. Extra deck, we do have the 1 Mega Fleet, 1 Fortress, Nova Infinity, Gigantic, Toad, Sky Cavalry, Downer, Zeus, Almirage, Double Elf, IP, Unicorn, and Underworld Goddess. So I don't think anything's too super surprising. You probably noticed the 1 Gigantic, no Cat Shark. Why? Like, I mean, space, obviously we don't have like Charmers and access code, because again, space. I like Cavalry because it's a good way to get into Zeus going second. Toad, you only need the 1 because Elf can bring it back. Gigantic, I've been kind of, sometimes the second one would come up, but I've been doing pretty decent just working around that. IP and the targets, I've really debated dropping Unicorn. Goddess has been amazing. Like, the card's just so good. Going IP into Goddess, taking your opponent's card just as that disruption, not needing the discard to lose that advantage is really nice. Yeah, and like, people super overlook it, but Underworld Goddess, don't forget that when your opponent activates a card or effect that includes special summoning a monster or monsters from the graveyard, you can negate it, and that is a quick effect. I've had like so many people completely forget that this card can negate, and guess what? We're in a format where summoning from the graveyard is pretty popular, so that negate actually comes up. Not only do you get to use one of their cards to make this, you get to negate one of their cards as well when they try to play through it on top of that, which is just really good overall. So why Cyber Sprite? Why mixing Cyber Dragon with them? Other than just liking Cyber Dragon and wanting to try it, things like Mega Fleet and Fortress are really nice. Corrin Emergency being level 2 access also is just really good. It's a normal summon engine that just works with the deck, and if you can open another extender, it's nice to just be able to go for an infinity, put that negate on board. You can open just Cyber combo and get into your Sprite combo as well. Working on a spicy deck list, by the way. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how that goes. But like, I don't know. Also, like, I've seen a lot of other Sprite decks that were cutting Dupe Frog, and any Cyber Dragon then outs Elf Toad just on its own, because you just like set Cyber Dragon like hers or core, and then you make Mega Fleet, and then Mega Fleet attack over Toad, and you just like outed their board, and on top of that an Xyz monster attacked, well, it was in a battle. So like on main phase 2 then you can go into a Zeus playline if you want, because you don't have to use the Xyz that attack to make Zeus. An Xyz just has to battle that turn. So if you attack your opponent's Toad, you can make an Xyz and go into a Zeus in your main phase 2, which is also really nice. Extra or side deck, Lava Golem, it's just better than Sphere Mode. Pankratops, triple silent graveyard for the Tearlaments matchup. The crossouts evenly, and a pointer of the Lotus card is crazy. And looking at our side deck and speaking on that, guys, I want to let you guys know we're going to start up a series called, I don't know what we're going to call it actually. Let me know down below what we should call it. We're going to go over like cards versus each other. Lava Golem versus Sphere Mode. Which one's better? Which one should you play? A pointer versus Judgment. You know, which one's better? What should you play? Dark Ruler versus like Ultimate Slayer versus Super Poly. Which one of those cards should you play? Talents versus Crossout. Things like that. Otherwise, other than those examples, let me know too what ones you would like to see down below. But until next time, guys, hopefully I explained everything well enough. You can go check out that replay video. Also, I'll try and get some Dueling Book rated videos up. Otherwise, yeah, ask questions down below. Always trying to help. And until next time, take care.